What's happening, Patron? Crowd ain't going down there. Big road by myself, Lord, don't you hear me calling pretty mama, Lord, I ain't going down there. Big road by myself. If I don't carry you, mama, I'm gonna carry somebody else. Crown sun gonna shine in my back door someday. Now don't you hear me talking pretty mama, Lord, sun gonna shine in my back door someday. And the wind gonna change, gonna blow my blues away. Baby, what make you do me like you do, like you do. Don't you hear me talking, baby? What make you do me like you do? Now you think you gonna do me like you done poor Cherry Red. Taking poor boy's money now. Sure, Lord, you won't take mine now. Don't you hear me talking, pretty mama? Taking poor boy's money though, like you sure take mine. Taking the poor boy's money, so Lord, you won't take mine. Do you got love on this big road by myself? Now don't you hear me talking, pretty mama, Lord, I ain't going down there. Big road by myself. If I don't carry you, mama, I'm gonna carry somebody else. Kind of sun gonna shine in my back door someday. Don't you hear me crying, pretty mama, saying long gonna shine in my back door someday. And the wind gonna change, Lord, blow my blues away. Yeah, car ain't going down this big road by myself. Lord, don't you hear me calling, pretty mama? Lord, I ain't going down this big road by myself. If I don't carry you, gonna carry somebody else. Yeah, that's my my first ever version of that, 5 minutes long. 5 minutes too long. What's happening, Patreon? Big Road Blues. This video will probably come out after Free Friday, a little later, maybe a few hours, maybe more, I don't know. Maybe it'll be before. I don't know. It's 8:30 now, Thursday night. Free Friday drops in 3.5 hours. And this is a super special Patreon vlog lesson. So what I was just playing was Tommy Johnson's version. I was trying to sing it a little like Tommy, probably too much. I'm just learning it. So I try to learn things, whether it's on harmonica or vocals, as close to the way the original artist did, and then kind of put my little spin on it later. So I might try to like sing it more with my voice. Crying ain't going down this big road by myself. Now don't you hear me talking, pretty mama, Lord, I ain't going down this big road by myself. If I don't carry you, gonna carry somebody else. Something like that, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But the harmonica part is different than Free Friday. The one this week that we're doing, I show you that one, but I don't show you the whole thing. It starts, the Free Friday one starts on 3 draw. Right? And the Tommy Johnson one actually starts on the 2 draw. Now, both of those are in the video, but this one isn't tabbed. So it's 2 draw, 3 double bend, 3 half step bend, 3 draw. Now, what's important about it is it's part of that major triad, right? Here we go. So just 2 draw, 3 draw, 4 draw. So how's that part of it if it has all those other notes? Well, those other notes are just passing notes on the way from here to here. So instead of just doing that, I'm going. Right, and I can do the same thing with the other interval from 3 to 5. I could do it backwards. Right? Either way. So the important lesson that's not in the Free Friday is that I'm traveling between 2 intervals in the chord. Right? From here. Chromatically. Right? 3. It's all in this week's lesson, right? But I'm telling you the thought process behind it. Right? So you can, once you learn these arpeggios, you can go up to them. By the way, I'm on a D. I'm in the key of D on a G harmonica. All right, so anyway, that's the real lesson behind it. So the actual Tommy Johnson thing, it only has that one climb, and then it does something else, like the guitar part's like a little more delta. It's like. Now I'm adding the one. I'm the one adding the chromaticism on each chord. It doesn't actually do that. Anyway, so that's very, very cool. So I wanted to give you guys that insight into this week's lesson first, right? So, right. So you can just kind of play that, right? And I'm singing it pretty good. I think I need I need a little work. I worked on it for like 40 minutes today vocally. I've always liked Tommy Johnson's voice so much. It's like so operatic. From that big thing. Going down the big road by myself. And he does that falsetto part. I haven't got it yet. It's like going down the. I don't even think it's falsetto. It's the big woo, but it's just like oh God, if I don't care, if I don't care, I can't get it. I'll get it by the time I record it, right? Someday I think I'm gonna record this one. So that's what I wanted to give you. The other thing I wanted to talk about today is dun, dun, dun. What do we have here? What do we have? All the way from Germany, I think. Let's see, where's the... Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, no. This doesn't look like Germany. Sweden. All the way from Sweden. From Joel Anderson. 2 harmonicas. I brushed my teeth to be ready for this. So, everybody knows I'm with Tom Halchak. Tom's my main man. Sometimes I like to treat myself and try some other stuff. I became friends with Joel really first. He made me a harmonica. I still have it today. I don't have it here with me now. It's in the other room, but I met him in Germany when I was teaching for Hohner, which was a nightmare. And the actual teaching part was fun. It was just the getting there and stuff. And Joel was very sympathetic and sweet. And he came up and he had made me a harmonica that had Mooncat cover plates on it. Here they are. Look at these. Oh, here's some cool cover plates. Okay, so here's the first one. Look at this. So you can see it says look at these, right? Look, I put my light up glasses on. It didn't help much. Jason Ricci Mooncat. It needs to be cleaned. Right, and then here's the bottom. It just says JA harmonicas on it. So I played these for a little while on the harmonica. It was an A harp. And I liked the way they sounded. I just didn't like the way they felt. I missed the metal, so I put the metal back on. Look at that. That's an original Flisco brass homemade cover plate. He who hath ears to hear, let him hear. That's what it says. So anyway, very cool, right? So we're gonna open this. We're gonna open this. Hold on a second. All right, there we go. All right, we're gonna open these right here. So excited! I haven't bought myself a custom harmonica in a long time. I bought one from Richard Slay last year, low F, and I've been still using it. Don't tell about the vape. Leave me alone with the vape. That's all I got, besides the cigars and the food. And a few other things, but not drugs. This one first. It's got this little cardboard around it. Slide it out. Packed very well. handy dandy knife from Sarge. I've lost one of these in this house somewhere. I don't know where. I think it's underneath that sofa. I do not like losing Sarge knives. Oh, it even has a little JA harmonica right there on the wax paper. This is wax paper. What do we have? It's the E flat. So this is what I ordered. Oh no, this is the B flat. I ordered a B flat and an E flat. There it is. Wow, it's pretty effortless. It's effortless. Here's the 4 overblow. It'll bending it up. That's it, regular. Here, I'm going to try to bend it up. Let's fix his hair. There, that's better. 5 overblow. So here's 6 blow. I'll bend 5 overblow up to that same pitch. Pretty close. Yeah. A. Wow, very, very nice. You know what else? I brushed my teeth. It tastes good. It tastes new. I don't know how he does that, how he gets the new taste to it. So, you won't see this in any Free Fridays. Not for a long time. Yeah, this will be in my case for shows only. Now, here's the one I've been waiting for, the E flat. Now, I was waiting for both of them, but I have wanted a really fancy E flat that just was like butter for a long time. I had one from Tom with a white comb, and it started messing up. And he made me a couple of others, and they were good, but they weren't like that one. So, let's see what this one can do. That would be terrible if like it wasn't an E flat. After all these time. I love E flats. I love them. They're just not they're not too high. They're high on the register, but they're not too high. They're just perfect for a high harp. And it is an E flat. Ooh! Woo! Woo! That 6 overblow. Yeah, right up to that major third. One overblow. Let's try the one overblow on this. Not for me. I can get it. I don't like it. I mean, I like it, but it's not something I'm going to use. But here... There's that overdraw. I'm trying to bend it a lot. I like that overblow leg. Let me see on this one. Hey. Woo! 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 That's pretty cool. So I'm bending the overblow down to the 5 overblow and then the 5 draw. So bending the overblow to the 6 blow to the 5 overblow to the 5 draw. The first part is 6 overblow bent, 6 blow, 5 blow. It's a total Jason lick. That one's new. I just made it up. God, that's fucking killer. Oh, pardon my language. And I can just move that. Man, I'm like a kid right now. It's like I feel mischievous on them. Man, bad boys right here. Bad boys, look at that. They got the little labels right on them. B flat, E flat. J.A. Harmonicas, Joel Anderson. Thank you, my brother. Yep, I paid for them. Straight up. It was a birthday gift to myself for that West Coast tour that I lost all that money on. So how do I celebrate losing money? Spending more. That's how you do it. Life is temporary, folks. Very temporary. A friend of mine passed away a couple weeks ago. Chino Mateo. You can see him in my videos. We did a tour together. We had some disagreements after that about how things were handled when things got stressful. I tried to make it up to him. Maybe I didn't try hard enough, you know. Anyway, 43 years old, heart attack. Wow. A lot of that happening right now. I guess it's always been happening. It just seems like it's happening a lot right now. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, temporary. So, smoke your good stuff, play your good stuff. Life is short. For me, harmonicas, I don't spend very much money on them. I mean, I spend a lot of time working for Tom and making sure Tom gets free stuff from Honer and promoting Tom and everything. And man, his stuff's amazing. But it was just nice to do something with a different guy. And boy, these are really fancy, Joel. I know you're watching. And man, I got to tell you, man. I mean, I'm making up new stuff right now that I didn't even know I could do. So imagine what's going to come. I wish I had ordered, 4 of them. I wish I'd ordered 2 of each of those keys, so when one was being fixed, I could play with. Tom, give me my harps, bro. I need a B flat and E flat like this. Maybe come on, man. Let's have a showdown, bro. Let's have a showdown. I'm gonna start a bidding war, right? Hey man, if I need to pay you, I'll pay you, man. But just I need some harmonicas. I had a rough tour with harmonicas, boy, because I thought I was gonna have more than I had when I left, and it didn't happen. And man, I barely made it through. You can see in a lot of the videos, man, I'm just switching, trying to get through. I was working on them, tuning them like, 3 times a week, 4 times a week, tweaking them all the time, constantly cleaning them, everything. It was crazy. But I made it through a whole month like that. I thought I was going to have to stop at Guitar Center and buy a couple of harmonicas. Anyway, these are really special. Really, really, really special. Probably shouldn't even vape and play those suckers, but that's gonna happen. Anyway, but this one, my old G from Tom Halchek. I love this one just as much. Yeah. Now in that Free Friday, I'm tongue blocking the heck out of that stuff. Yeah, man, that Big Road Blues is fun. I got back into that. I was on tour with my band, and I flew down to Florida to play one show with DeSoto Tiger. That gig pays really good because it's Damon, Boogie Long, and me. So we get enough money that I can fly in and just do one and still come home with a little bit of change. And when we were down there, and Damon was singing it, he was doing it in E, and I could feel it. I could feel I could sing that number, right? And I've just always loved Tommy Johnson. I like also Hootie Ledbetter too. Is also very good morning. Just that very operatic good morning blues. Now I'm singing the same melody as Big Row, but that version he does of Good Morning Blues is just he's saying Good Morning Blues, how do you do? And it's so angry. It's so like underneath it, it's just so much like ferocity. Like it's got an edge, boy. It's got an edge. Blues, how do you do? I'm doing all right. Blues, how about you? Right? And, oh, man, he just means it, man. He just means it so bad. Hootie Ledbetter. And Tommy Johnson, I get that same vibe off of. Man, I dig all them old Delta cats. People don't realize. People think I'm only into that modern stuff. And, I listen to a lot of music, But I've been going back and listening to some of that older stuff. But Damon got me way into it. So, anyway, enough harmonica, blues, music stuff. 30 days on the road. How'd that go? Gig-wise, it went great. You guys all saw the part where I got sick and had to cancel a couple of shows, reschedule another one. On paper, it went amazing, right? Spiritually, terrible. I totally got out of my conscious contact with a higher power, and I got completely obsessed with Babylon, with the world, and ambition, and just trying to make things function. Just trying to call the club, make sure that we make it in time for 3 p.m. sound check. Got to leave at 8 in the morning to make it by 3 p.m. 3 p.m. sound check, get back to the hotel, make sure we can check into the hotel before, certain set of hours, get into the hotel, shower, change, get back in time for the show, do the show, figure out the Airbnb, right, the next day, call up the next day, make a poster for the gig, make a video for the gig, make a free Friday. Oh my God, it's Thursday, it's due tonight, right? And worry about the guys, worry about 4 other people. How are you doing? How are you feeling? How's your arthritis? How's your voice? You know what I mean? What's going on with you, right? Hard. And I let it eat my lunch. I didn't show it. I looked cool on the outside. I looked happy. I looked normal. But I stopped doing my prayers in the morning. I got Kate there in the room with me. I got no time alone. I started not praying just because I didn't want to pray in front of her, which is weird, right? I mean, I do sometimes when I'm better, but I wasn't good. And I got into my own head, and my inside, and some of my external behaviors too, right? But nothing visible, just little stuff, hidden shit that happened. And I'm lucky, that I have trusted people that I can go to, but that doesn't make it okay. It doesn't make it okay. And right now I'm in. I said in the YouTube video on Free Friday, I'm in what Anders Osborne calls re-entry, or I call it decompression, but re-entry, right? Coming back to normal life. And I got this calendar here, full of dates, full of events that I have to do, and lessons I have to teach, and gigs I got to play, and I'm in need of a little time. And I'll get a little time Saturday and Sunday. I think we're doing a Patreon Zoom meeting, right? Sunday, April 3rd, right? My man, are we doing it, right? Are we doing that? Is that happening at 8 p.m. or something like that? I don't know, right? Let's figure that out. My man Adam, holler at me in the comments, or email me, or call me on the phone, and let's figure out. I'm game to do it this Sunday. Anyway, yeah, I got a little carried away. With the world. A lot of people ask me, what's up with this God shit? Well, let me put it this way. It's my higher self, okay, if you will, right? Now, I don't look at it that way. I look at it as something I aspire to, that is my true self, right? But it's not me. I'm just part of it. I'm in it, okay? You can call it whatever you want. And I don't care. And me and Ronnie, my boy Ronnie, we had this long talk about this stuff, and man, that talk that we had, Ronnie and all y'all, that's still ruminating in my head, and I've been thinking a lot about that, and it messed me up a little bit. It took me off my game, and I think the most important thing is a direct connection. That's where all of the answers are, right? In a direct connection. And that's what I'm trying to get back, right? Not just because of that, but because of the road, and because of the temptations of the world, of Babylon, of the flesh, whatever you want to call it. The things that I have pursued relentlessly in the past that have been fruitless, the things that when I got what it is that I thought that I wanted, that I only wanted more of it or wasn't happy with it. That is what I'm talking about. And sometimes I get a taste of those things again, and the lie comes into my head. Oh yeah, that's gonna work. The new harmonicas, a new pedal board, a new clothes, a 6-pack of abs, right? A sold out club, a good show, money that I make on the road. There's nothing wrong with any of those things. Absolutely nothing wrong with them, right? They're all beautiful things. People are beautiful. Money is good. It's not. It doesn't say that the money is the root of all evil. It says the love of money, right? The worship of money is the root of all evil. It could be the worship of a person. Could be the worship of a career. It just leaves you lonely and wanting more. And I've been there and I've done it, and you know, I'm going to do it again a little bit sometimes. And it's part of being human. It's part of temptation. And if there's one good thing that comes out of that, it's that first I notice it when it's happening. And even if I make a choice to go with it, even though I know better, right? It's to intentionally go with that. Even if I make that choice, I know where it's going to end up. I do. I know I'm going to end up going, shouldn't have done that. Or, wow, what a colossal waste of time, right? Or how not useful was I to somebody else. Why? Because I was selfish, self-centered. Because all of those things that I just talked about have to do with me getting something for me instead of me doing something for somebody else. And that's what happens when I have a conscious contact. I'm not thinking about me. I'm thinking about you. And because that makes me feel good, right? That's not the motivation, right? It's just I'm at peace. So I'm at peace enough to give, right? Because I'm not trying to relentlessly receive things that I think are going to complete me, because I'm complete without anything, right? Oh boy. Easy to say, boy, right? Sit here right now and talk all this stuff, right? What's really going on? What's really going on? We got home, Kate and I had a big fight. Big fight. I wanted to be right so bad because I thought what I was fighting for was so noble, right? So noble that I couldn't see that the fight itself was the problem. And what was I fighting against? Check this out. Here's the irony. I was fighting against fighting. And then I was fighting. A couple guys in the car got into it about, the current administration. And we're saying stuff that wasn't true. Wasn't true. I mean, look, man, like stuff's bad. It's always bad, no matter who's in office, right? But they were making up stuff that actually wasn't true. And you can prove that just by a simple Google search. And they were doing it because it made them feel better for things to be worse than they actually are. Because then they could say, look how bad it is, and I'm right, and everybody else is wrong, right? And what reality is, they're getting worked up. They're getting worked up about something. And they're making it worse than it actually is so they can be more angry. And I was trying to make the point of, hey, look, it's not actually that bad. It's bad, but it's not that bad. And let's just be real, right? Let's not. And then I got attacked. And what happened? I just shut down. I made the decision to not fight, which is a mature decision. But then I turned that inward. And then Kate was part of it, and I got mad at her. And I wasn't willing to let it go. And I got home and I slept for 2 days on the couch. Lonely and tired, and I went down to Don Melisse's and got a po' boy I didn't need to eat, and which was delicious. If you're gonna mess up at Don Melisse's. And eventually I had to realize that I was being selfish and self-centered, that I needed to not only apologize, but accept the apology that had already been given to me by my wife, and straighten up, like Junior Kimber used to say, straighten up. So this morning I hit my knees, first thing in the morning. It wasn't an elaborate prayer. Normally I do nice prayers, and I looked at it the same way I saw Heifetz playing a major scale after taking 3 months off in his pool house, you know. Well, that was a good first introduction back. It doesn't have to be great, it just has to happen. And that's what happened. Then I called my my people in my 12-step program, and I talked to them, and they were, well, what was the exact quote? I said, Kate and I are fighting, and my man wrote back to me, he goes, well, apologize right now. I don't know what happened, but I guarantee you're wrong and selfish and self-centered. And that's exactly what the case was, right? It doesn't matter where she's wrong. Doesn't even matter if, right? What did I do, right? What if I'm not going to own it? What's going to happen, right? I almost made a Patreon video during that period, right? It's a good thing I didn't. I almost came on here and kind of spouted off about, well, this is bullshit, and this is, and don't, you know, like, I wanted to read some quotes. I'll still read them, right? Let's do this. So let's check this out. So these are some good quotes, though, but I wanted to read them from a bad place. Worry quotes. Quotes about worrying. Worry does not empty tomorrow of its sorrow. It empties today of its strength. Corrie ten Boom said that. Okay, worry never robs tomorrow of its sorrow. It only saps today of its joy. There's another one, same version. A day of worry is more exhausting than a week of work. Worry is a misuse of imagination. Worry is interest paid on trouble before it comes due. Ah, I love that. Worry is interest paid on trouble before it comes true. Or maybe it doesn't even come true, right? Worrying does not take away tomorrow's trouble. It takes away today's peace. Amen. Don't worry when you are not recognized, but strive to be worthy of recognition. Abraham Lincoln. All right. Yeah. The last one says, pray and let God worry. Martin Luther King. Or Martin Luther. Not Martin Luther King. Martin Luther. What does it mean when I say I'm not trusting God? What does that mean? Well, like a bunch of you guys don't even believe in God. That's cool. That's cool. I got to play you something though. I'm going to play it for you. But what does that mean when I say I'm not trusting God? Well, okay, let me break it down to you in practical terms. Okay, so here's the deal. There's a bunch of shit happening in the world, and as much as I would love to think that I could do something about it, I can't, right? Now, it doesn't mean that I can't take any action. I can take action, right? I can vote. I can go out in my neighborhood, right? I can make change. I can post on Facebook, right? Now, that last thing I don't think helps, right? I don't think most people posting on Facebook are really, really trying to change minds. I think they're trying to get people to side with them, or they want to just argue, right? But anyway, it means that there's stuff I can't control. And if I can't control it, what am I going to do? Right? It means I'm going to try to be happy during it. Because if I'm okay, maybe not happy, right? But if I'm centered, if I'm okay, if I know that I can't control the situation and know that worrying about it is just going to ruin today and hurt today and directly affect the relationships right in front of my face with my wife, with my band, with my mailman, with whoever, all right, then I am part of the problem. right? I am now adding to the chaos, to the discontentment, and to the misery of the world. That is all very easy to find. It is very easy for me to find things that are wrong. All right. It is much harder for me to find things to be grateful for. There's a lot of things I don't have. Maybe there are things that I deserve. Maybe there are bad things that I deserve, right? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What do I have now that I can be appreciative for? That is the opposite of that. Okay. How can I be of use? Is it doing the dishes? Is it cleaning my room? Is it calling my friend who just had a surgery, or their kid, or my buddy's wife whose husband died at 43 years old, right? Those are things I can do. And what do those things do? Believe it or not, they make the world a better place. I'm going to tell you guys a story before I play this for you. I think I might have told it before. I'm going to tell it one more time. I'm pulling up this thing right now, too. So once upon a time, there was a kid, and his father was a famous football player. Played college football. And his dad, got this woman that he liked. He got her pregnant. And they had a baby, and that baby was this kid. And the kid grew up, and Dad got a regular job at a factory. He had spent all his time being a star football player and not so much studying or planning. He couldn't get into college without the scholarship. He loved his wife. He loved his kid. But he wanted a different life. He imagined a different life for himself, and he never really got over that. And so rather than taking into account what he did have, a loving, beautiful wife and a beautiful kid and a job with some income, rather than doing that, he found fault with the job. He found fault with his wife and probably fault with the kid. And he came home every day from work and he cracked a couple of beers, or 6 or 7 or 10. And he sat there and he bitched about what was on the TV, the politicians, the sports, right? The shape of the world, the state of the world. And the kid would just say to his dad, "Hey, Dad, do you think we could go out and throw the football?" And the dad would say, "No, I'm sorry, son. Man, I'm sorry. Pardon my language. Trump's messing up today, man. I can't believe this. The stock market just crashed. Do you know that they overturned Roe versus Wade? And do you know how messed up our planet is right now, son? Right now, I just can't with the football. Okay? So go to your room. Let's talk about it tomorrow when things calm down. Your mother's driving me absolutely up the wall right now. I've been working my fingers to the bone to keep these lights on and to keep the food on the table. And I can't. And on top of that, the dad's thinking about that football career, right? That football represents something completely different to him than it does to that kid. To the kid, his dad's a superstar. He's the star football player of the town, right? But to the dad, that's a lost career. That's pain. That's resentment. That's misfortune, missed opportunity. And these people that he loves represent something in the way of that, something that got in the way of that. It's not what he was meant to do. I was meant for greater than this. I should have more. Somebody owes me something. I got a raw deal. All this type of language, right? In the head. Okay. So the kid asks every day for the dad to throw a football, and the dad says no. So finally one day, the kid doesn't make the football team. And he's really embarrassed because he's the son of the most famous football player in that town. And And he says, he comes home and he says, "Hey, Dad, can we go out and throw the football?" And Dad gives him the same lines about, the world and the government and my job and your mother. And, I just can't. And the son goes upstairs and gets really mad and he cranks up the radio. It's probably like Slayer or something, right? Or Megadeth or something. He cranks it up and the father can't even hear the TV. Comes upstairs, opens the door to the kid's room. He says, "Son, the hell you doing? I'm trying to watch TV here. What's your problem?" And the kid goes, "Dad, I just want to throw the football. That's it. I didn't make the team today." And everybody's laughing at me because you're the football star and your son can't even make the team. So the father grabs a map of the world off of the wall, off of the kid's wall, grabs it off and rips it up into like 300 or 400 pieces, throws it in a shoebox, grabs a roll of scotch tape and puts the scotch tape in the shoebox. And he hands the kid the map of the world. And he says, "Here you go, son." He goes, "I want you to put this map of the world back together. And when you get it back together, I'll go out and throw the football with you. How's that? Deal?" Kid says, "Deal." Dad walks downstairs knowing there's no way the kid's getting this thing together anytime soon. Not a week, not a month, right? 5 minutes later, the kid comes down. The map of the world's perfectly put together. Shows it to his father. He goes, "Dad, can we go out and play football now? Can we go throw the football?" The father says, "Son, that's incredible. How did you do it? I mean, everything was perfect. Uruguay and Barcelona and Luxembourg, everything's perfectly in place, right? Son, how'd you do it?" The kid looks at his father and he says, "It was easy, Dad. On the back of the map of the world, there was a big picture of a man. When I put the man back together, the world was okay." Okay? That's what I mean, right? That's what I mean. Okay? You don't have to believe in it. You don't have to know. To me, it's about surrender. It's about I am out of ideas. The psychiatrist couldn't help me. The harmonica couldn't help me. The most powerful drugs in the world couldn't help me. Kate couldn't help me. A career couldn't help me. A perfect body and a cocktail of all of those things mixed together, none of which could make me happy. So what now? Is there something there? Does it matter? What matters is that absolute surrender to that. That's what I'm striving to do every single day. On the subject of whether or not it's real or not, let's listen to this.
People think God created the universe. Some people think nothing created the universe, which is the funniest guess. And the nothing people make fun of the God people. They say God doesn't exist. I'm like, okay, maybe. But you know what definitely doesn't exist? Nothing. That's the defining characteristic of nothing, is that it doesn't exist. So what are we talking about? Either you think it's God, something you can't see, touch, taste, photograph, and science can't prove, or you think it's nothing, something you can't see, touch, taste, photograph, and science can't prove. But I think we can all agree, if your nothing sometimes spontaneously erupts into everything, that's a pretty magical nothing, you guys. And ask the nothing people, what happens when you die? They'll tell you, nothing. You go into nothing. I'm like, you mean you merge back with your creator? That's heaven. People think God created the universe.
It's not really an opinion on anything, is it? It really isn't. going down that big road by myself. If I don't carry you, mama, I'm gonna carry somebody else. Kind sun gonna shine in my back door someday. Now don't you hear me talking, pretty mama? Lord said sun gonna shine in my back door someday. And the wind gonna change, gonna blow my blues away. I gotta work on that 5 part. If I don't carry you, mama, gonna carry somebody else. Yeah. So you see, with the thing with singing, right? You got to practice it the same way you practice harmonica, right? You got to try it over and over and over again. It's just not a natural gift for some people, right? Crying, going down this big road by myself. Now don't you hear me talking, pretty mama? Lord, I ain't going down this big road by myself. If I don't carry you, mama, gonna carry somebody else. Try the other one. Kind sun gonna shine in my back door someday. Now don't you hear me talking, pretty mama? Lord, sun gonna shine in my back door someday. And the wind gonna change, gonna blow my blues away. Yeah, room for improvement, always. Where's the room for improvement? Right over there. It's right here. I'm in it. I'm in the room for improvement right now. I ain't going down that big road all by myself, right? I'm not. I got somebody with me, you know. Don't you hear me talking, pretty mama? Yeah, you're right. Maybe I'm crazy. All right, well, I don't know. I'm happy. And that doesn't mean everything's perfect. That's the best part, right? My circumstances don't have to dictate my happiness. That's what I need to do. Next time I get out there on that big road, right? And I got that workload, and I got that early load in, and I got that drive, and I got that sound check, and I got that poster I got to make, and I got that YouTube video I have to make. I can't let that take me away from this. It's funny, that West Coast tour didn't take me away. I mean, I got sad, I got miserable, I was sick too on that one too, but I was stable with that. I didn't feel anything, but I was there with it, going through the motions. This tour, I didn't do that. Didn't go through those motions. I stopped that, and you know what? I got further down, right? It was so bad just yesterday, you wouldn't believe the thoughts I was having. You wouldn't believe them. All kinds of stuff. Wouldn't even repeat it here. But I told my people, you know. Got to tell on yourself, y'all. You got to have somebody you can talk to. Somebody you can tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. You know what a good friend is? Somebody that knows everything about you and still likes you anyway. I'm lucky I got a few of them. Met a lot of Patreon patrons on the road. You guys all told me you like these blogs. You like me carrying on about this stuff. And I tell y'all, when you tell me that, I say, oh, I worry, I'm just talking too much about me. But I'm not really talking about me. I'm trying to talk about the human condition. What is the human condition? Let's Google it. Let's Google the human condition. Let's see what Google says. Do our Googles, as Lee Mack says. The human condition. Well, it's a book. All right. The human condition refers to universal characteristics and experiences of being human. It encompasses aspects like morality, emotions, aspirations, relationships, the search for meaning and purpose, and conflict and suffering, often explored through art, literature, philosophy, and other fields. Amen. The characteristics and key events of human life, including birth, learning, emotion, aspirations, reason, morality, conflict, and death. That's it. Is there any more important question? Any? Write it in the comments that besides who are we? And what are we doing here? And why? And why are we here? Who are we? Why are we here? And what is it that we're supposed to be doing? Here are the 3 most powerful words I know. I don't know. I like that movie Barfly about Bukowski. It did the movie. It must be from some poem of his, but he bumps into a woman or some guy, and he goes, "Who are you?" And Bukowski says, the eternal question, the eternal answer, I don't know. I don't know. You know what I choose to believe? I choose to believe, who am I? I'm a child of God, right? I'm dependent on that because I've tried everything here. I've tried it all, right? I've tried the career, right? I depended on that, it let me down. I tried the people, I depended on them, it let me down, right? People will always let you down. Even me, I'm going to let you down. At some point, I'm going to say something either today or tomorrow or something, and you're going to go, screw this guy, I'm out of here. I thought this guy had my back. I thought he was going to cheer me up today, and he made me miserable. I thought he was going to teach me harmonica, and he didn't. He talked about himself and God for an hour. I thought that he was going to talk about God and himself in some kind of wisdom, and instead all he did was just do this like 3 double bend thing. That's not what I needed today. I'm out of here. I'm not giving my $5 a month to this crap. Cool. I get it. People will let you down. So, who am I? Child of God, dependent upon something that can't let me down. Well, why? Because it's perfect. Does it even exist? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I believe it. That's it. And that gets me through the day, right? So, who am I? What are we doing, right? Well, I think we're trying to help others. That's what I think. That's what I think we're trying to do here. And learn. And learn. Why am I crying? Because I don't do enough of it. Because I think about me too much. And what do I want? What's for dinner? What do I need? How do I get harmonicas in the right key, right? What time is sound check? What time is load in? Do I really have to teach all week right after getting off of 30 days on the road? Yes. Thinking about me. Pour me a drink. So I'm here to help others. That's what I think. And then why are we here? That's easy. Because God put us here. It's easy for me to answer these questions because I'm not operating on through the scientific method, which revolves around a hypothesis and a conclusion. My conclusion doesn't have to have proof. That's the nature of faith. That's the nature of it, right? I believe. I don't need to see, hear, or feel, right? Because I believe in something rather than nothing. Because if I believe in nothing, well, nothing is everything. And that's okay. It doesn't bother me. Atheists don't bother me. I love y'all, man. I love y'all. You guys are great. Because you're pardon my language. You're honest. You're honest. You're like, but you're also just as certain as I am. That's funny. But see, here's the thing, right? I feel like I know, right? Well, why? Why? Because I've experienced it. I've been thinking about making this YouTube channel, like a secret YouTube channel. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be too secret because it'd be my face, but where I talked about like paranormal experiences that I've had and spiritual experiences on this channel, just nothing but that. And I think I'm gonna do it. You know, I don't know where I'm gonna find the time, right? But maybe I'll just go slow. I won't try to upload every week like I do now, right? Certainly can't edit. I don't have the editing time. Pretty soon AI will start editing, you know. I think they are now, right? But I don't trust it. I really don't trust AI. Have you guys seen that Wolfberg Warehouse who's been putting AI links to like everything I say? He feeds it into a computer and AI spits it out. And then Lee Mack has got like AI making music for him. At first I kind of liked it, and then the more I listened to it, the more I didn't like it. Anyway, that's all I got for today. I love y'all. I certainly don't mean to get preachy. I don't know what I'm talking about, right? I just know what makes me feel good and what has me smiling right now, and that's the fact that I'm not in control here, and I'm okay with that. I'm in control of this right now, and it feels good to be back in a position where I can admit that I was wrong, and that I need work, and that I need help, and that I didn't do everything perfect, and that's okay. Yeah. All right. Love y'all. Bye.